Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play. This is the police. So we are on to day 4. And the headlines for today are: Feminist organization denied official registration. Oh. Robespierre to reveal his identity when the time is right. Who the hell is Robespierre? And Robespierre, yeah, I think I'm reading that correctly. And enemies using feminists to destroy Freiburg. Okay, I have a feeling that someone doesn't like the feminist movement here. Let's go to work.
Whenever I'm alone at home and there's a knock at the door, I always hope it'll be my wife, Laura. She's always forgetting her keys.
Hello, my name is Steve, and you're Jack Boyd, is that right?
To get to my front door, the Bible boys walked about a mile from the local bus stop, jumping over mud puddles and skirting a couple of landfills. Laura doesn't go in for religion either, but according to her, these brave lunatics with their fake smiles deserve at least a minute of attention. She patiently listens to them, asks them questions, regales them with pastries, and never once dropping a hint of condescension. When I watch her do it, I've got to admit it gets me. I'd have hugged those boys, sat with them on the porch and lit up a cigar. But a month after Laura left, all I could do was quietly ask them not to bother me. Today I'm a little rougher still. Shut the door on his nose this time. Another couple weeks at this rate and I'll be greeting anyone who comes close with my service pistol pointed towards the sky, ready to fire my warning shots. In my life, even the basic stuff never goes like it's supposed to. Normally, when a wife is going to leave home, she'll make a scene, or at least sit everyone down for a serious conversation. But Laura just disappeared. The children in the stories always stand on the side of the mother, but all 3 of our sons supported me. The in-laws always blame the husband for making their daughter unhappy. But now Sally, Laura's mother, well, we sort of have a pact. The fellow Laura ran off with is young enough to be her son. I hear he's 30 years old. Of all the possible information a man can know about his wife's lover, I get hit with that. Fortunately, Laura's mother doesn't like the way it sounds either. Sally figures this guy just thought he'd have some fun with a mature woman, but he'll be back chasing college girls before the year is out. So we have an agreement. Sally's gonna track down Laura and try to reason with her, and we'll arrange a meeting. Meanwhile, I'm supposed to not do anything stupid, which of course means anything at all. It's a crazy situation. I'm the police chief, and the person I'm trusting to find my wife is an old woman armed with a phone book. But I can't afford to lose Sally as an ally. So for the moment, I had to swallow my pride.
Hello.
Mrs. Markham, this is Boyd.
Oh, is there any news?
That's what I wanted to ask you. Have you found anything? An address, phone number? Have you spoken to her?
Don't worry, Jack. I've narrowed the range to 2 suspects, or whatever you like to say at your police building.
At my police building, we find people faster than a funny old woman chirping on the phone with my wife's girlfriends.
Oh, you're an old man, Jack. Come to your senses. They'd give us straight odds on the street. But I've got more energy, Jack. Maybe you think I'm a foolish old woman, but I go to my book club, argue with the girls about Byron, and it gives me energy. I talk to my dogs, and it gives me energy. And you have nothing, Jack. You don't even have a hobby. You got no passion. It's why Laura left you.
Let's not go back into that, Sally. Find my wife, and we can discuss my hobbies later. I'm waiting for your call, and my patience is running thin. Laura, if you've stopped loving me, I'll let you go. I can't expect the impossible from you. Just don't let me die out here, okay?
Wow. That was kind of fucked up. I have to say, I got chills from that. The way they talk. Well, I like how he says he can't use her as an ally, and then that phone call came. Anyway, let's continue. This story is gonna be heavy, I guess. So we're back on the Shift B. We got Kochi, Yancey, Purdy here to deal with, and then we got Tsubaki, Asano, Bloomingdale, Austin, and 3 detectives that we haven't used a single time. I wonder when they come into play. So I got 1 stripe. I wanted to put that on Yancey, I guess would make sense. Or we could put it on Purdy because she's the... Wait, how many do we have? We got 4 here. Yeah, I'm going to put it on Purdy. That's going to put her on 270, and we got 3 very experienced one. If Yancey got it, he would be the most experienced, but Purdy would still have only 220. This way, the lower skill is higher, if that makes any sense. So let's start the day. I'm going to take... I really like this. I played all of them. Try to switch them up. I like this one the most, but I'm going to go through all of them to show you. So this one, Bud Meets Bob by Bud Freeman. Man, I really think that the YouTube bots will get me. What the hell is this? If someone commits a serious crime and flees the scene, the case goes to your detectives. Okay, but fire all black cops from City Hall. A racist gang has recently made some trouble in the city. They're capturing black townspeople and beating them to death. They recently sent a message to a local radio station promising to kill all the black doctors, firemen, and police. We don't need any more dead police, especially not mere months before the election. The racists are gaining more and more followers, and even some of our citizens support them. You have to fire all your black employees over the next 2 days due to mounting racial tensions. Yeah, I got a feeling that the mayor was kind of a dick, but this is... Nah, I'm not gonna fire the black employees. Nah. I guess this is, starting the relationship with the mayor by ignoring his order is not a good thing, but just nah. Okay, so what do we have here? Destruction of property, City Hall parking lot. A member of the city's cleaning crew saw an elderly man approaching some expensive cars in the parking lot, carrying a long iron rod. The whole street could hear him shouting, "Bastards! Thieves! Bloodsuckers!" Okay. Oh, and wait, we can't do that because we got this here. Okay, ghetto, homicide. This is a tutorial. In investigation slots. They investigate the crime scene, detectives, interview witnesses and gather whatever information seems pertinent. One of the detectives will be a lead investigator on the case. You can assign additional detectives to any case who will work under the lead investigator and as subordinates. The more professional the lead investigator, the more effective the team. Okay, so let's put Vickers on and Armstrong. Actually, no, Mole and Armstrong. If we get another case, Vickers should be able to handle that on his own. Let's proceed. And then we can deal with this. So destruction of property. I don't think this is anything that serious. So let's send Yancey. Oh, nice. These guys are pretty good for partners. And Bloomingdale. I'll deal with that. We got $6,900. That's not bad. What about the affairs? Anything? How's the labor market looking? We got 2 more offices there. Man, what the hell's up with Fall? Did we have... I think we hired this guy. Can I fire Birch? Yeah, I can fire him legally. He's too old. Okay, let's fire him and hire Tim Obie. That's how we're gonna react to the mayor. Fire all black cops, and instead we're gonna hire more. Yeah, Shift A. So he's out. You're in. Do we have anyone else who's old? Well, we got Stovall, but... Yeah, Shift B is clear. So we should be fine. I'm not really planning to fire Stovall. The guy is very good. So what's this call? Carjacking. A gas station surveillance camera recorded a car that's on the stolen vehicles list. Okay, well this could be fairly dangerous, so let's send... I'm gonna send Kochi, Asano, and Austin to deal with this. I'm gonna send 3. Because carjacking could be fairly dangerous. Homicide. The investigation has started. Detectives have interviewed witnesses, collected evidence from the scene, and are pursuing the investigation. Expect results. Mr. Graham. They drove by in a sedan and they shot like a machine gun. I didn't see much. I only heard a few muffled shots, says Mr. Clayton. Mr. Carr. He got what he deserved. He's been causing trouble for a long time, and recently there's been lots of cursing and carrying on. Miss Cobb? I don't remember the car, and the neighborhood was quiet. I never heard any shots. Okay, you're not very helpful. Mr. Carpenter. The police these days don't do nothing. I almost died myself. Went to buy some medicine and was nearly hit by some idiot's car. Oh, if you're jaywalking, then you got hit by a car. Destruction of property. Fender caught, officers unharmed. Nice. I knew Yancy could do that. He's reliable. Drinking my coffee, as a police officer should do. I don't have any donuts though. Carjacking suburbs. The driver is nowhere to be seen. Search the car, wait at a safe distance for the driver to appear. Interview any potential eyewitnesses. Let's interview any potential eyewitness. Offender caught, officers unarmed. Civilians unharmed. Nice! 280, 140, 120. Shift B is looking pretty damn good. So what's this? Suspicious individual. Corey Ramsey, mother of several children, has expressed her concerns about a suspicious man wearing bifocals, seated on a bench beside a playground. He's been watching the children for over an hour and has taken several photographs of them. This doesn't seem like a real call. I think that guy might be just bird watching or something, but just to make sure, let's send Yancey and Bloomingdale there. Let's see how that's gonna go. I never used the SWAT team. I wonder what they're like. Sending a SWAT team on some guy watching birds. Dragon's Lair Club. Report? Oh wow! He actually was watching children. Damn. I would have never guessed. Mr. Boyd, I'm opening Freeburg's first martial arts club, and for my first exhibition I want to hold a sparring match where one of my students takes on your toughest cop. After the fighting, I'll teach your man a few tricks, something that will help him out on the streets. Huh. You know what, we're gonna send Bloomingdale there. He seems like he could use some neat tricks. He's not our toughest cop, but, you know, he looks pretty rough. And homicide report. Your detectives present frames, different versions of what might have happened on the crime scene. We got 3 new frames. Let's open the investigation. They get it wrong half the time, but a good cop can separate facts from fiction if they know how to look at case materials. The more professional detectives working on an investigation, the better their instincts. To get to your suspects, you'll need to figure out the true sequence of events at a crime scene, using the frames you think likely, sometimes with a little guesswork thrown in. If you add it all up, but the sequence fails, you're probably telling the wrong story. Okay, so we got only 3 frames and 3 slots here. So I guess he was going out or in. A car drove around. They shot and then drove away? Yeah, okay. When an investigation pans out, you have yourself a suspect. Sometimes there's more than one, but in this case, your detectives have narrowed it down to a single candidate. Travis Horton, a known racist who already has several previous convictions. Cool. Your detectives have information on the whereabouts of the suspect. Sometimes there might be a number of locations to choose from. Okay. Port warehouses. Travis works as a port loader. To carry out the arrest, 2 officers must escort the lead investigator to apprehend the suspect. If the lead investigator is not on duty, the arrest will have to wait, but remember the fugitive wants it patient until your shadow clears. Also, remember that criminals will react in different ways. A frightened thief is likely to surrender as soon as the game is up. A brutal killer might want to see just how many he can take with him. With more dangerous criminals, it's safer to send experienced officers and even the SWAT team if you see fit. So this was a guy who was just shooting at random, so I really think this guy can be dangerous. So let's send in, we're gonna send in the SWAT team. And let's send our two not that experienced officers, but the SWAT team should cover them up. And what's this? Oh, that's the one. Yeah, we wanted to send Bloomingdale there, so let's send him. Okay, Kevin's Throat Bar. A fight. A bartender reports that a couple of dancers started fighting over tips, and a cat fight broke out on the stage. You know what? This sounds like a job for Purdy and Tsubaki. I don't think that's gonna be that dangerous, so the officers should be able to handle that. Octopus Restaurant. Okay, what's this one? A fight. A bartender reported that a fight has broken out between a patron and the bar's bouncer. The man, apparently drunk, had climbed onto the stage with a local singer while a local singer was performing and tried to sing a duet with her. Yeah, I think Kochi with Yancy should be able to handle that. But we're out of officers, really. We need people back. Yeah, but it's late, so hopefully everything is gonna pan out okay. So, report of the homicide. Offender caught. Wow, they got. Did I see corrected that they got 20? And wow, they got also a lot. You were able to respect all suspects. Nice. Kevin's Throat Bar. On the stage are two strippers going at it, and it's gone beyond arguing to a full-on catfight. The bouncer is fast asleep. We are too wasted to handle the situation. The drunken patrons are happily watching the fight. Listen, girls, cut the crap or this is going to get serious. The strippers continue fighting, oblivious to the police presence. Step onto the stage and try to separate the girls. That's a bad idea. Watch the strippers go at it and don't interfere. That's also a bad idea. Ask a bartender for a bucket of cold water. Okay, and throw it on the combatants. I think that's the right choice. Yeah, Thunder Scott, this is unharmed. Nice. And the last one was Kazuki Tamura. Chief, I just about nailed the jab a couple times, but he was too fast for me and won on the points. I don't really understand all the rules, so I can't keep track of points very well. But he was alright, even showed me a few tricks after the match. I got carried away a little and pulled my back. Think I can take a day off? Oh, sure. And did he just get 100 points? Damn. The game is generous. I guess it's not gonna be that generous all the time. Come on, game. End the fight. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Kochi is at 290. Yancey is at 270. Pretty neat. So let's end the day. And I think we'll be fine. So it's a good day. So let's do another one. Day 5. Officer Blaine explains, I thought she was a suicide bomber. Retired police officer Thomas Blaine shoots pregnant woman. Oh my god. I thought she was a suicide bomber. Mayor Rogers said there's no problems with racist. Yeah, but what the hell do you expect him to say?
Why would a man need a barn? To store all the stuff you can't bring home. About 30 years ago, back when I was young and interested in farming, I carried all kinds of junk home. After a day in the field, I'd come home with buckets, shovels, dirty boots and clothes, and instantly transform the living room. But even back then, there's something I always kept in the barn. I stopped keeping my pills inside the house because every time I was about to take a triple, someone would knock on my bedroom door. Now they're knocking on my barn door. Well, fine. It's not every day that someone comes to visit your barn. In all the years we worked together, Kendrick never came to visit the house. We drank at bars, went fishing, went to the mountains, even chased off some poachers one time. But he never came for dinner with the family. We never watched football over here. And now he's brought his friends to visit my barn. I always try to look unsurprised, like it's an everyday thing to get visitors at the old barn, especially guests with their own personal bodyguards. But Kendrick is sharp enough to see he's caught me with my pants on backwards.
Sorry for the surprise, Jack. We saw you from the car. Figured we'd find you in here. I'm going in for a minute, fellas. These guys will wait outside.
How long you been dating the lover boys?
They're Sans people, Jack.
Yeah. So now you're appearing in public with members of the Mafia?
Jack, I'm leaving tonight. More like fleeing. Jenny and I are taking the girls and making a run for it. Probably won't be seeing each other again. I've got new documents, a new name, a new life, everything new.
The papers say you're still working your last week for the department.
I've got to get out today. I won't be getting another chance. Don't know if you noticed, but the whole city is against me.
You told your Mafia friends about your plans.
Jackie, if I don't fix everything with them in the next few hours, they're going to kill me. And not just me. My family, my relatives, God, Jack, I don't know who else. They found out that I was planning to run and they demanded that we close our contract today.
Your contract, Frank? Really? Is that how you talk now? Maybe you should call in the lawyers to straighten all this out.
Now is not the time, Jack, please. I have a commitment to them until the end of the year. They need an inside line at police headquarters. I can't just give them back the money. That's not how the Mafia works. If I can't find someone I can trust tonight, I'm dead. You know me, Jack. I wouldn't ask you if I wasn't afraid they'd cut my daughters to pieces before sunrise.
He's the damn fool who puts his daughters in the crosshairs in the first place. Anyone in my place would have dressed him down good. But I didn't want to pile it on. Fate's already got this guy's soul in the grinder.
Well, this is quite different from what I expected. So it turns out that Kendrick has been working with the Mafia, and not only that, but now we have to decide what to do. Wow. Damn. So if we refuse to help him, he's just going to die, and his entire family. If we agree to help him, we are going to get involved with the Mafia. But at least, I guess in this way, would you let your friend and his children get killed? We don't have anyone. Our wife has left us. There's, nobody here, and we pretty much are done with the police work as well. So whatever happens, I think that if they come for us, well, then be it. But I don't think we are the kind of guy that's gonna send someone who has been loyal to us for such a long time away when he really needs us. Though I have no idea what's hiding behind these options. I guess we're gonna agree to help him. Just, to not have him and his family on our conscience. Wow.
Give him my phone number and tell him it's done. Don't call me. Don't come to work today. I don't want to see or hear from you again. Time for you to go.
Jack,
Get the fuck out of my nice cozy barn, Frank. At the time, I was trying not to think about what just happened. It was almost too much to take in. I'm probably the most popular police chief in the history of the city, And I have to admit, I've thought about that more than once. Sometimes with a little pride, even. In one of the features they wrote about me in the papers, they said it pretty plain. He catches the criminals. Believe me, high praise like that is unheard of in Freeburg, especially for a cop. And here I am, the person who catches criminals, and I've agreed to help the Mafia, or I'll come home to a bag stuffed with my kids' body parts. Right before the last hammer falls. Hey, remember that cop who caught criminals? It turns out he was a Mafia bitch. And all for the sake of a greedy, corrupt cop who should have fled the country years ago. That sound right to you?
God damn it. So, it looks like you're working for the Mafia now. That's just... Well, I guess we'll burn that bridge when we cross that, but... Damn, okay. This game is getting really brutal really fast. And one of our officers didn't come to work today. That's just great. So, what are we left with? We got Stova. Oh no, he's not recovering all his stamina. So, unfortunately, we'll have to fire him. Landau is okay. You guys are okay. Obi, I think, is the new one. So, he's just not having enough stamina because he just started working. And we got Birch Jr. here. 3 detectives already as well. Okay, let's start the day. We're gonna take the third... third LP here. Singing Them by Jonas Sangster. So I wonder what exciting things today has for us. Requests to City Hall. No matter your personal relationship with the city administration, your police station is at their mercy. In order to maintain reasonable working conditions, you have to send appropriate requests to the mayor. Okay. Affairs. City Hall. Decisions from City Hall depends on whether they're satisfied with your work. You can send requests every 5 days. The fools in charge of the city may refuse outright or accept only some of your requests, so only ask for what you really need. Okay, so we can ask for a new officer job slot, okay, or a detective job slot, a raise, so I guess we're getting paid, and SWAT upgrade, requests improved equipment for the SWAT team. So I don't really think we need detectives. I guess we could use a new officer, and we only have 1 SWAT per, card per day as I understand it, so I think we're gonna go for an upgrade of SWAT. Maybe that's gonna give us another card. I'm not entirely sure what's gonna happen, but let's send those out. Oh, okay, I thought they would reply immediately, but I guess not. And considering we're not gonna fire all the black cops, tomorrow's the deadline, I guess they're gonna tell us to go F ourselves. And what is this? Oh, salary. So here's our week's salary. So every week we get 1,200 bucks. City Hall hopes we don't disappoint. Okay, so what's this? Disorderly conduct. Every morning there's a dirty piss-soaked bum sweeping at the cafe. The man refuses to go away and growls at anyone who approaches, scaring all the customers. Well, I guess this is not so bad. Who could take care of this? Let's send Samadhi and Obi to deal with this. They should be fine. Touch of Dionysus liquor store. A witness looked on from her window while an armed man with a stocking on his head entered the nearby liquor store. Holy crap. That's an armed robbery. Okay, so how much time do we have on that? 29 seconds, so let's wait a bit. And there's another one. Fight in residential area. A hot dog vendor reports that he saw 2 Elvis impersonators grappling right there on the sidewalk. They're swearing in Spanish and beating each other with microphone stands. Okay, so this is for free, and the liquor store is for 4. Oh damn, he escaped! Officers unharmed. Okay, you let the bomb go away. So the fight. I don't remember. Let's send Robbins and I guess Grant to deal with that. That should be fun. Or I'll need the rest for this thing. Let's wait for these guys to come back. Okay, so we can send the best cops there. Stovo, Vandal. Let's send Obi and Samadhi to deal with this. That's an armed robber. I actually think we're gonna send the SWAT team as well, because holy hell, this could go really bad really fast. There could be many dead people, so let's send you out. Municipal assignment from City Hall. It's a hot one today, and a lot of people are going for a swim. Last week, 4 people drowned on the beaches of Freeburg, and the press was in an uproar. Please send someone to keep an eye on things. You know what, I'm gonna send Birch. He's pretty much useless. If we send him... I specifically did not send him for the other thing, because he would probably die there. What is this? Robbery. An antique Chinese necklace was stolen from Bao Ling while she was on the way to pawn shop. Okay, let's send Moser and Anderson to deal with this. And okay, so what's this? Jack, this year the organizers of the Golden Beast Hunt suddenly changed the rules of the annual shooting contest. It now features teams instead of single competitors. Can you send me 2 of your finest marksmen? You will have to do well in competition. So this is another one for money. And what is this one? Destruction of property. At a gallery exhibition entitled Sex Operation, a gang of young people in ski masks forced their way in and began smashing exhibits, shouting, "We don't need this shit in our city." And everybody is out. So I guess we're gonna send Alejandro there. I don't know what she's gonna do on her own. Okay, the robbery. The shop has 2 exits, from which a few people have already fled. Drive a patrol car right through the front window. Well, that's subtle. Or sneak up the back door or enter the store through the main entrance. So let's sneak up the back door. The stick-up man noticed the police presence and took the cashier hostage. He's holding his gun to the hostage's head, shouting, "Back off or I'll blow his goddamn face off." Meanwhile, the cashier is yelling in an unknown language. "You in the mask, shut your face and drop the weapon. Or silently take aim at the robber. Or quiet, Abdul, it's just making things more complicated." Okay, so this guy is obviously on an edge. So let's try to deal with the hostage first, so he's not, making a huge mess. The robber grows visibly nervous. "Don't shoot, please. I just need the money. I'll take a little bit and go. No one was hurt." The cashier begins to cry. "I'll let you leave here upright, but only if you release the hostage." Okay, so we can let him go. Or shoot him, or there's 2 ways out of the shop, in cuffs or in a body bag. So I guess this is a risk, but he might take it. Nice, okay. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Investigation of the robbery has started. Okay, so I guess we can read this when we get the what's it called? The frames to investigate that. Okay, and okay, let's send you guys there. Let's see how that's gonna happen. Robbery. Oh, we get 3 frames. So me and my husband got into a difficult financial situation, and I was going to pawn an antique necklace which has been in my family for many centuries. As I was carrying the necklace to the pawn shop, someone ripped the bag from my shoulder and disappeared. I didn't have time to do anything, not even cry out. The offender was on a motorcycle. He drove down the road, grabbed the bag, and then escaped. He tried to race after him. Okay. I couldn't see his face, but he was dressed in a jacket, like those bikers who hang around the street corners. It was definitely not a local biker. They are all bald and have beards, but this guy looked Asian, probably Japanese or Chinese. And Thomas Patterson, a witness. I didn't see a weapon in his hand. I just saw him grab her bag and ride off. Okay, so I guess he drove against her, stole her bag, and ran away. Huan Ying Lin, Chinese immigrant, recently expelled from the university. Okay. Destruction of property. Yeah, that escaped, but our officer was unharmed. I guess that's the best we can hope for in such a situation. Fight. Oh. Okay, this is not a good day for us. People just running away all the time. Vandalism. A guard went out for a smoke and saw a teenager writing obscenities on the walls building. I chased the brat up a tree. You can take it from there. And with the robbery here. So I moved here. Let's send Vandal and Obi there. And we're gonna send Stovall and Samadhi here. Damn, a lot of people got away today. Alejandro is back. Well, she didn't die by the hand of the gang, so I guess it's pretty good. Oh, hey, they got quite a lot of experience. Nice. We did it, Boyd, we won. That Ernest River knows a lot about shooting, even taught us a thing or two. He invited us out hunting to celebrate the victory, so we'll be taking a day off. We deserve it. Oh, you guys do. But we didn't get any money from that. Crap. Robbery. Offender caught. Okay, so we got experience. Case closed. Awesome. And that's still not all? Vandalism report. Offender caught, officers unharmed. Awesome. Okay, so let's end today. Looks like tomorrow is going to be a long day. More like the first of a lot of long days. There's just too much going on. Okay, so I guess we're not gonna close at 9. So overall, this was not a bad day. Yeah, Stovall is dead tired. Man. He's so good, but we'll have to get rid of him. I guess looking at the shift, with the exception of Alejandro, everyone is way better now. Robbins is at 195, Samadhi 130, Grant 150, Alejandro 90, Obi. But I think one guy did not come to work today, so we'll have to deal with that next time when we encounter him. And for some reason, Anderson, is she a new guy? I don't know why she has that. Real weird. Okay, so thank you for joining me, and tomorrow I'll see you with Shift B.